Yes, YouTube, welcome back again. New video. Today, quick video. I want to do a top-down analysis with you guys because I'm still bullish on BTC, but I want to show you guys that we can expect a small retracement before we actually go up. When you pull a fib on the daily, you can see that we're on the 50 line now at this moment. It's a strong resistance. There's a low volume the last days in these markets after we got this crazy pump. A lot of liquidity of institutions and big guys in this market. They were put somewhere on the lowest price, right? So, but don't worry, a lot of opportunities and possibilities coming into this market. It also gives us a little bit more space and to enjoy life a little bit outside this charts, right? So as that said, guys, let's go to the chart. So what you guys can see now, actually we're watching at BTC to USDT again, and let's go to the daily at first, and you can see that I pulled my fib already on the daily, and that you can see that we heading to a lot of resistance on this 50 line, right? And if you backtest this, you can see that this resistance line is very respected. So that means that if there's no volume into this in this market, that we can expect a reversal, a small reversal. For example, we have the first swing low here on the daily, and when we pull a fib here, there's a possibility that we come down to this 618 or the 786 to eventually come back to this 786, right? That's a little bit what I'm expecting is going to happen at this moment or the coming days. For example, if we go to the lower time frame, there's still not something to measure. We have this fair value gap. You can see it on the 4 hour, on the 8 hour. So there's a big possibility, most likely, that we will fill up this gap before we actually see more upside, right? And we still have to break this this resistance line. So there can happen a lot the coming days. But for example, if we go to the 1 hour, you can pull your fib to this swing low, and then you can see that we touch the 618 here, right? Now, what can we expect on the 618 is always a retracement. Most of the time we retrace the 618, especially on the 1 hour or higher time frames. That means that this is a strong resistance level. Yesterday, I gave you guys my entry here on this swing high to the top of this wick to enter on the 618. It was like something like, oh no, I think it was this one. Yes, 95.7k. So I'm still in a long position, to be honest, from the bottom. But if you wanted to enter on a retracement, then yesterday you had an opportunity here to jump into this trade, right? There's still an opportunity to catch the ride up, but I should wait now for the moment. Asia was quiet, New York was quiet. In, let's say, in 2 hours, New York can come in. We're missing volume, but there's a possibility that they come back to this 786. You can see now that we're on this 618 here, and that there's a reaction on this 618. But there's a possibility that we come way more down to this 786, 69.1k, to eventually come up. But because this is the 618 on the 1 hour, that's a strong resistance level. There's a possibility that we come way more down, right? For example, if we go to the 4 hour, you can see that we're breaking the 786 already on this swing high. So there's a possibility that we come back down. There's also a fair value gap here. When we grab the VRVP with us, then you can see that there's a gap here, right? So I would not say that there's no liquidity, but yeah, most likely there's a possibility that we come back to that 786, right? That's this 786, 92.3k. But it all depends on what the big guys will do. the coming hours, days. Most likely on the 4-hour or on the 1-hour, when you retrace this 618, you will see a reversal to eventually bounce back up on the other 786 to come to this 786, right? But we have to see it, so it's difficult because this is all depending on what the market makers will do in the coming hours and days, right? But for now, I'm in a long position still. I just keep on because the higher time frames is still bullish. I watched my video from yesterday and I forgot to tell you guys that I saw something on the daily, right? If you go to the daily, then you can see this crazy bullish divergence. But if you don't turn on the divergence on the RSI, then it's very difficult to see that this is actually a divergence because, it looks very flat. But when you open the RSI, then you can see that is a little bit upwards order flow, right? So, very strong indication, bullish divergence on the daily. So that's why we bounced up again. But yeah, I want to see a reversal and a retracement before we come back to this 786. Yeah, and when we are here, then you can see that here is the fair value gap. Let's go to a lower time frame. You need point of control somewhere here. Yeah, and then you can see that there are two gaps here, right? So there's a possibility that we will come there. I'm almost sure that we will come there. But for now, guys, boring price action. Don't chase these candles. There's a possibility to jump in, but I think it's better for now just to wait because we almost hit this 618. There's a lot of resistance. I'm expecting a reversal. And what you actually can see on the daily is that, let me clean this thing. What you can see on the daily is that, yeah, there's a gap here, right? So there's a possibility that we will come there before we actually go up. No, there's no gap. Here's a gap. So guys, as that said, waiting period still bullish on BTC. I'm expecting a small retracement to eventually go back up. And it all depends on what the market makers will do the coming hours and days. As that said, guys, I wish you all a very nice day. Stay safe, make profits, and God bless you all. See you in my next video.